Good afternoon from Carson Park in Eau Claire. Zaleski Sports presents Big Rivers Conference Baseball and a great matchup today between the Chippewa Falls Cardinals, 14-5 overall, 9-1 in Big Rivers Conference play, against the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's, who come in with an overall record of 10-7. The Abe's are 5-4 in the Big Rivers Conference. Hi again, everybody. I'm Bob Bradovich, joined up in the booth here at Carson Park with former Memorial head coach Dave Sparger and Sparks. Picture perfect day here at Carson Park, and two teams that find themselves in the upper half of the BRC standings. Chippewa in a 2-8 tie for first place with Hudson in that 9-1 record, and the Old Abe's have put together that nice winning streak. They're now sitting in fourth place. What are we expecting today?
Well, you just said it. I think the Old Abe's have really started to get in the groove, and they've won 8 out of their last 9. They dropped one here to Onalaska this weekend, so it's probably 8 out of their last 10. But, they are really starting to play good baseball right now. And after that tough start to the season where they were 1-5, they've really started to put things together, and they're just hoping to continue that momentum. If they can beat Chippewa today, that's really a feather in their cap, and it kind of makes a statement that these guys are for real here in the Big Rivers. Right now in the Big Rivers, you'd have to say that Chippewa Falls is the team. They're number one. They're sitting there with Hudson. They split on the season. So Chippewa has just played outstanding baseball at 9-1 in the conference, 14-5 overall after a tough pair of losses to Stevens Point over the weekend. A couple of one-run games, and they said they had their chances to win that one. So they were happy with that. Good competition against Stevens Point. But again, Chi High is outstanding this year at 9-1 in the conference. They're looking to make a statement saying, hey, we want to be a 1 or 2 seed when it comes to this playoff time, and we got a chance to win the Big Rivers, which hasn't happened for quite some time.
Each team is throwing their number one pitcher today. For the Cardinals, that's the lefty Easton Bob. Old Abe's will counter with the right-hander Roman Trapani. What can we expect out of those two guys today?
Well, Easton Bob is really throwing well. His last outing, he threw that no-hitter. His ERA is sitting at a 3.15. He's got 46 strikeouts so far in the conference, which leads the conference. So that lefty is able to bring it and, get his own outs with those strikeouts. So he's doing a real nice job this season for the Cardinals. And same thing with Roman Trapani. He's sitting there with a 3.62 ERA, and he's got 37 strikeouts in just 29 innings pitched. So both those guys, they rely on that strikeout. They help their teams out defensively by getting those strikeouts. And this is going to be one of those games where teams are going to try to scratch out a run. They're going to try to make sure they can get 1 or 2 on the board, and their pitcher could run the table and go all 7 and win it for them. So this one should be a pitcher's duel, but we'll see what happens from here.
This is the first of 2 games between these two teams this week. They will play up at Casper Park in Chippewa Falls on Thursday. Sparks, having watched Memorial from the start of the season, I think the one area where they've definitely improved is just at the plate. Sawyer Stein's been there all year long, but other guys, especially at the bottom of the order, are starting to contribute, and I think that kind of coincides with that recent win streak.
Oh, I agree. I think when we saw them early in the year, they maybe had 2 guys hitting over 300. They were all sitting in those middle 200s and stuff like that. And Sawyer Stein, like you said, he continues to hammer the baseball with a 491 average. He leads the Big Rivers Conference in hitting. He's got 4 home runs. But now all of a sudden you take in that Roman Trapani up to 333, Mason Stoik 333, Grant Locken 321, Cooper Jesperson 333. So, all of a sudden it's not just the Sawyer Stein show. It's like everybody else has found their swing, found their groove, and they're putting the ball in play, and it's made a world of difference to them able to produce more runs.
Sparks, when you were a coach and you had your 1 going against another team's 1, did you ever, I suppose it depends on each individual, but did you ever have to talk to your guy, your pitcher, and say, hey, look, you're not matching up with that guy. You're going up against their hitters. Did you ever have to do that?
Oh, we never discussed who the other pitcher was. That was never even in our thought when you're talking to a pitcher. It's just like, hey, it's you against those 9 hitters. It's irrelevant who's pitching for them because it's not in your control, right? I mean, you have no control over, those kind of things. And so what you do have control of is facing those 9 hitters and making it, good pitches and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's always fun just to go to your number 1 and hand the baseball and say, hey, go shut them down for 7. We'll see you after the game.
Chippewa Falls Cardinals, their batting order will look like this. Leading off and playing center field, Dawson Goodman. Jackson Google, the left fielder, will bat second. Catcher Grady Frederick will bat third. Liam Brennan, the DH, will bat fourth. Batting fifth, Cole Perberg, the shortstop. Second baseman Mason Tester bats 6th. Preston Alger will play third base and bat 7th. First baseman Colton Turner will bat 8th, and Gavin Thompson will bat 9th. He plays right field. Easton Bobb is the man on the mound for the Cardinals. Old Abe's batting order looks like this. Leading off will be Grant Locken, the center fielder. Cooper Jesperson, the left fielder, will bat 2nd. Sawyer Stein at first base bats 3rd. Leo Lauscher, the third baseman, batting 4th. Pitcher Roman Trapani will bat 5th. Right fielder Mason Stoik will bat 6th. Batting 7th is the shortstop Tyler Iverson. Austin Jaeger, the second baseman, will bat 8th. And Blake Buer will DH and bat 9th for the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's, who will have Jack Harris behind the plate today, catching Roman Trapani. Spectrum Insurance is an independent insurance agency offering a full range of personal and business insurance services. Sign in the Chippewa Valley, choose Jack Wallen Assist to Sell and save an average of $5,000. Jack Wallen Assist to Sell have been helping area homeowners sell their house and save thousands. Call Jack with Assist to Sell, 715-831-6410. That's 715-831-6410 for a free consultation. And if you're looking for a place to feed your family after work, the game or this weekend, go to Pizza Del Rey for hot pizza, salad bar, and more. Pizza Del Rey has been feeding Eau Claire since 1976. Find Pizza Del Rey on North Hastings Way in Eau Claire and Facebook today. Coaches meeting with the umpires at home plate. Kyle Kaufman in his first year with the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's. Mitch Steinmetz coaching the Chi-Hi Cardinals. Mitch Steinmetz, a guy who's been around the game of baseball for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a great baseball guy over there for Chippewa. They're lucky to have him running that program.
He formerly was the manager of their American Legion team. All the kids are athletes.
Yeah, he had some ball players there, too.
Yeah, for sure. Chi-Hi wearing the red jerseys today with the black numerals and trim. The white pants, the black hats. Eau Claire Memorial in the home whites. The pinstripes with the purple and black trim. Sparks, I think a day like this makes us appreciate the nice weather that can happen in the Chippewa Valley in the springtime, and we don't have to go that far back to those days when we were huddled in the press box here when it was, 40 at game time and then dip into 35 for game 2 of a doubleheader?
Yeah, it's not that far ago, but it sure seems like when you get a beautiful night like tonight, 77 degrees and sunny, light breeze coming in from left field. This is the way baseball's supposed to be played right here.
And it's just the reality of playing baseball in a northern climate that you're going to get all sorts of weather. We did have it. Remember we had that stretch of 80-degree days in April, and it was really nice just when, shortly after the snow had all melted off, and then, of course, the temperature dipped. And
yeah, I think that was a teaser for us.
Yeah,
Just that
it really
2 days
was.
of 88,
Yeah.
and then that blizzard we had right after that. So, yeah.
But, yeah, the field has really come around, and it's definitely greened up, and some of the spots have filled in. The grass is growing, and Carson Park looks just fantastic. 319 down the line in left, 302 to right. That short porch out there for the fan deck, and a low fence. So you know those lefty hitters are always in a position to square up and send one deep out to right field. Then you got the high fence the rest of the way around. And very deep out to center field. You're looking at 405, thereabouts, to straightaway center. Roman Trapani being introduced. Sparks, to me, he's the key for the Abes because we've seen him. When he's on, he can dominate, but the control sometimes isn't quite there.
Yeah, very true. If he's throwing strikes and he's getting ahead, and he's mixing, and he's throwing them for strikes. You're right. He is one of the best in the game. But if that starts to go stray on him and he's not finding that strike zone or he falls behind, he can be hit, and teams have done that this year at times. But, again, he is a quality number one for the Old Abes, and it'll just be a great matchup with he and Easton Bob, the junior for Chippewa. It's going to be fun to watch these two pitchers work today.
Yeah, we mentioned it. Each team is throwing their number one in this Tuesday game, and you can't look too far ahead. I mean, Thursday will be here before you know it, and you've got a day to be able to piece a lineup together and decide what you want to do. Right now, our national anthem. A fine rendition of our national anthem, and we are ready to play ball here at Carson Park in Eau Claire. One of 3 games going on in Big Rivers Conference action. We'll try to keep you updated on some of the other games, especially that Eau Claire North at Hudson matchup. Huskies went through that stretch where they were just finding ways to lose games, whether it was their defense or offense going quiet, but they, I tell you, getting that split against River Falls and getting a win over at First National Bank of River Falls Field, I think that might be something that could spark the Huskies. But 2 tough ones this week against the Hudson Raiders, which sparks, at least in terms of what we've seen in person this year, I would have to put Hudson as the number 1 team. Yeah,
from what we've seen in person, you're right. They're obviously tied with Chippewa for first place. And a good chance for us now tonight and everybody else to see what Chippewa can bring to the plate here and do defensively. It's going to be a very, very solid team. And, again, this is one of those statement games where if the Old A's want to put themselves in the talk of the upper echelon of this conference, they've got to take it to the Cardinals tonight. Otherwise, Cardinals are really in the driver's seat here to win this conference. They can take this one. They do have a tough pair next week as they have to play River Falls, who's also 7-3 in the conference, sitting in 3rd place. So they've got a tough schedule ahead of them.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the Cardinals. I've seen some highlights. I've read some wrap-ups and talked to a few folks that have seen them play. And this is a solid ball club. And you can kind of see this building, with some of the younger guys that they had playing in the last few years. And just, you talked about Mitch Steinmetz as a coach and just the way he's kind of developed guys. He's just a real positive guy, but a baseball guy through and through. And this is a team that plays with confidence.
Yeah,
when they get the bats going,
they're going to play the game the right way. That's for sure. That's what you're going to see today. A very well-disciplined team, a team that does all the right things. That's for sure. We haven't had a chance much to say about this Cardinals offense, but they are led by their leadoff man, Dawson Goodman, who's hitting .464 in conference play. That is number 2 or 3, I do believe, in the conference. So they've also got some threats. And number 3 hole hitter, Grady Frederick, he's hitting .417. So they've got some hitters also.
Dawson Goodman, a multi-sport athlete for the Cardinals, was an outstanding football player and did some nice things on the basketball court as well. So he will step in. First pitch will happen at 5:05 p.m. Game time temperature 77 degrees. Bouncing ball, Tyler Iverson the scoop. Throw across in time. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Goodman aggressive on that first pitch. Usually your leadoff hitter to start out a game. Would like to see a pitch or two for everybody else, but he saw a fastball he liked and just happened to hit it right to the shortstop.
Now Jackson Google, the left fielder, step in against Roman Trapani. Breaking ball misses inside. Fastball, that misses in. It's 2-0.
Yeah, Google does crowd that dish a little bit, and Trapani's trying to stick it on the inside, get inside on his kitchen.
Breaking ball misses low, and Trapani has run the count to 3-0. Here's a strike, 3-1 now the count to Jackson Google. Outfield playing pretty much straight away. Breaking ball. Cross for a strike, 3-2. Nice pitch from Trapani.
Yeah, a lot of confidence in that pitch, throwing it 3-1. Obviously, Google was going to be sitting fastball 3-1. Google with a quality at bat, he's going to be on his 6th pitch, so that's what you want when you're in the batter's box. You want to at least go 5 or 6, 7 pitches. That qualifies as a good quality at bat.
Swing and a miss. Trapani going back to the breaking ball. Gets Google on strikes, but still a good at bat for Google, especially since Goodman just saw the one pitch.
Yeah, you're right. He had to get a little more pitching out of him, so good job by him. But tip your hat to Trapani there. He came back from a 3-0 count to strike him out.
Now it's the catcher, Grady Frederick, batting with 2 outs, nobody on. I think that's a good sign for the Abes if Trapani's getting that breaking ball over.
Yeah, absolutely, especially early in the count like this, getting ahead with it.
Count 1-1 to Grady Frederick.
Trapani came back with that high fastball. See if you get him to chase.
That one just misses outside. 2-1 the count to Frederick. Light breeze at Carson Park, blowing left to right. To shallow right. Mason Stoik coming on, makes the one-handed grab. And the Cardinals are retired 1-2-3 in their half of the first inning. Old Abe's coming to bat when we return on Zaleski Sports.
Heartland Custom Homes is your local custom home builder for over 50 years right here in Plover. We are committed to making the process of constructing your dream home as engaging, efficient, and stress-free as possible. Our panelized construction is ideal for our central Wisconsin climate, and our expertise and workmanship give you the confidence to know that your home is in good hands. Stop in or schedule a meeting to talk about your vision and watch as your design takes shape before your eyes. You deserve the home of your dreams. Let Heartland Custom Homes bring yours to life.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Have all your landscape needs tailored to you with Grounds Pro Landscape Group, providing full-service landscape management services to residents and businesses throughout the Chippewa Valley. Lawn care, irrigation, decks, patio, and more made easy for you by Grounds Pro Landscape Group. Find Grounds Pro Landscape Group on Truax Boulevard and Facebook today. Calling all number crunchers, math nerds, and abacus allows you to be in a great work environment with awesome people and top pay. Accounting professionals and bookkeepers, call Eau Claire Truck and Trailer today at 715-874-6820 or stop in at the office just off I-94 at exit 59. Eau Claire Memorial will send Grant Locken, Cooper Jesperson, Sawyer Stein to the plate in the bottom of the first inning against the lefty Easton Bob.
Easton Bob comes from some pretty good pitching lineage, as his father was in the Dodgers organization as a pitcher.
Grant Locken to lead it off for the Abes. Right-handed hitter against the lefty Easton Bob. Yeah, much like Trapani, Easton Bob can get that ball up to the plate in a hurry. Fastball catches the inside corner. Count is 1-1 to Locken.
Yeah, good velocity on that fastball. And he's got that classic lefty where he's got a little bit of a tail to it, so it's going to be moving.
Here's a bouncing ball left side. Perlberg, the throw. Close play, but they got him.
Good hustle out of Locken, but a better play there at short. Took his time, made a good, strong throw.
He got that high hop, and he came in on the ball and played the hop perfectly, so it was a nice transfer from glove to throwing hand and velocity.
Perlberg didn't even rush it. Like you said, he came in, got the good hop, set himself, just a good strong throw to get him.
Cooper Jesperson to the plate now. Here's a bouncing ball. Bob has it. The throw goes wild. Jesperson will head to second, and he'll hold up there. So the first base runner of the game comes via the error.
We're going to have to, the Blues having a discussion if that went out of play or not with the benches over there. So they'll make that decision if it's in play or out of play. And he'll be set at second base after that throwing error there.
So now Sawyer Stein comes to the plate with one down and a runner in scoring position. And if you're the Abes, you like having Sawyer Stein at the plate.
Absolutely. He's the guy that you want in the situation to try to get a run in.
Stein takes inside.
Chi High wouldn't be afraid just to go ahead and kind of pitch around him right here. They got an open base behind, so he may not get a lot to see here. They don't care about walking him and getting him to first base and setting up double play ball behind him.
2-0 the count to Stein.
Yeah, two fastballs way inside, trying to tie him up if he's going to swing.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5 in this Abe's order is where those guys have the pop in their bats. Three and 0 now the count to Sawyer Stein. Yeah, you look at Stein, Lauscher, and Trapani, and all those guys have home run power and plenty of gap power to go with it. That one catches the inside corner. It's 3-1.
Yeah, he's staying in there. He's going to keep trying to tie him up. Good pitch right there on 3-0. Didn't lay it across the middle because Stein would be swinging.
Fouled off, and boy, that's got the Chi High coaches scrambling down there. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Another pitch way inside. That one got off the handle and over there towards the dugout of the Cardinals.
3 balls, 2 strikes. One down here in the bottom of the first inning. Swing and a miss. Bob battles back, strikes out Sawyer Stein for out number 2.
That's a great job of pitching right there. He went inside, couldn't quite get that inside corner early. Came back and found 2 great pitches on the inside. Then he elevated that fastball and got Stein to chase.
Jesperson remains at second. Leo Lauscher at the plate takes strike 1. Lauscher to right, drifting foul into the fan deck. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, we talked about Bob being a strikeout pitcher, and obviously he got that big one there with Stein. He could sure use another one right here to get out of this situation with a runner on second.
Good take by Lauscher, wouldn't chase after that outside fastball. Strike 3 called. Pair of strikeouts in the inning for Easton Bob. We are scoreless through 1 inning at Carson Park. You're watching Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop.
Lincoln Quick Lane buys nice used vehicles every day of the week except Sundays. We will give you a fair on-the-spot cash offer with no pressure. Eau Claire Ford Lincoln Quick Lane. Find drink specials and great food at all 4 Eau Claire area Cancun Grill locations. Get exceptionally quick lunch service at Cancun Grill or relax and unwind with a great dinner atmosphere. Cancun Grill proudly supports all area student athletes. We move to the second inning here at Carson Park in Eau Claire. We are scoreless between the Chippewa Falls Cardinals and the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's. Bob Bradovich, Dave Sparger with you. Thanks for watching Zaleski Sports. Glad to be bringing you this game of 2 longtime rivals in the Big Rivers Conference.
Jim Litcher is the head tennis coach.
Picked up a little bit and blowing from left to right and a bit in towards home plate. So if things weren't hard enough facing these 2 pitchers today, Sparks, now you got the wind blowing in on top of it.
Yeah, not going to help the right-handers at all as it's blowing in. It might help a lefty if he can pull one into that short porch, make a little more carry to it. But you're right, just a more advantage to the pitcher today.
Swing and a miss. Trapani went upstairs. Brennan chased, and we have 1 down here, top of the second.
Yeah, Trapani came with a changeup right before that, kind of set him up for that high fastball. Again, just a good job of pitch sequencing right there.
Shortstop Cole Perlberg will bat now for the Cardinals. The appeal, and base umpire says Perlberg went around. Ball and a strike now to Perlberg. That one misses, and the count is 3-1 now to Perlberg.
Yeah, Trapani in the past here has been comfortable throwing a curveball 3-1. We'll see what he wants to come back here as Perlberg's sitting on something.
Breaking ball across, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jack Harris behind the plate today for the Abes as Austin McGraw is here, but in street clothes.
Good job by Perlberg fighting off that fastball.
Grounded to third, Lauscher has it. Throw across, in time.
Good changeup right there. Got him way out in front, rolled over it. And Lauscher, of course, with the cannon from third, gets him easily.
Mason Tester will bat with 2 outs for the Cardinals here in the top of the first inning, or top of the second inning. Breaking ball misses outside, 1-0 to Tester. That one misses outside, 2-0. Breaking ball to Tester, and that one misses inside. So second straight hitter that has worked a 3-ball count from Roman Trapani.
Yeah, from Chi High's perspective, the more pitches Trapani has to throw, the better. Try to get him out of there before 7 innings.
Line to center, Grant Locken. It's over his head. Tester on his way to second. And he will hold there. Well, that one got caught up in the wind, and Grant Locken not happy at all about how he played that one.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Anytime a center fielder gets a line drive right at him, it's really hard to judge. You know, is it going to be short, he has to come in, or should he sit back on it? And that time he just got caught up, taking a few steps in and realized, oh boy, it's going over my head. And then he slips. So he tried to make the adjustment and couldn't get back to it, and it's going to be a stand-up double.
So now Preston Alger will bat with the runner in scoring position, and for the first time this game, Trapani will throw out of the stretch.
Runs are going to be hard to come by today. This is where a team has to take advantage of a guy in scoring position. So somebody here has to come up with a big 2-out hit. Old A's had a chance earlier, we're not able to, and now here Chi High has a chance.
0-1 pitch. Breaking ball.
And a beauty.
0-2 now the count to Preston Alger. Abe's trying to keep that runner close at second. That one bounced up the middle and through. Locken charging, can handle it. Here comes Tester. He is safe. Now the runner will advance down to second base. So Chi High getting a run across here, top of the second, to take a 1-0 lead over Eau Claire Memorial.
Yeah, Locken came nice on that. He charged. Definitely we had to play at the plate if he comes up with it clean. But then he kind of booted it, and then he wasn't going to have a play at all. He decided to launch it home, and he just airmailed that thing. So unfortunately, he's a little rattled out there in center field. He's got to gain his composure and help his team out right now.
Yeah, the ball hit over his head. That's not ruled an error. But you're right, Sparks. I mean, you can't let that frustration boil over so that it affects your next play. Now Colton Turner, the batter for Chi High.
And Alger did a nice job of moving up on that errant throw that went to the backstop. So now he's in scoring position with 2 outs.
Strike delivered by Roman Trapani. Yeah, in a game like this, when you've got your aces out there, boy, any error just gets magnified.
Yeah, absolutely. You just know this is going to be tight. This is going to be tough to get runs, and if you give one away, it's tough to get back.
Abe's definitely want to limit this to 1 run. Chi High obviously wants to pad the lead. How about Coach Steinmetz down there?
Showing he's still got it.
Oh, jeez. Well, our old guy team, 50 and over, will play the Tilden 35 and over team, and Mitch is out there playing shortstop, making all the plays, getting a couple hits. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout of the game for Roman Trapani, but the Cardinals do pick up a run. And they have a 1-0 lead with the Old Abe's coming to bat. Bottom 2 when we return on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like. And you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
Security Health Plan helps individuals and businesses find the right health insurance program for kids, adults, and families. Self-employed, no problem. Security Health Plan. Promises kept. Plain and simple. Get Culligan Water for just $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. Bottom of the second inning, Chippewa Falls leading Eau Claire Memorial 1-0. Old Abe's will send up Roman Trapani, Mason Stoik, and Tyler Iverson against the left-hander Easton Bob, who stranded a runner at second base in inning number 1. And he hits Trapani.
Yeah, first pitch right there on that inside leg. And hopefully it didn't catch him in the knee. Didn't seem any worse for wear as he ran down to first base. So Trapani trying to help himself.
And we'll get a courtesy runner for the pitcher, and that's Gavin Gerber. And Gerber is the speed guy in this Memorial roster.
Yeah, he sure is. He's got a ton of steals this year, and it's kind of like his part of the game. You know, he's willing to do this courtesy run stuff, and he comes out there and does a really nice job with it.
Mason Stoik now the batter, and with a 1-run margin and a guy on first with nobody out, the third baseman Preston Alger is standing on the grass. First baseman Colton Turner is holding the runner, Gerber. Middle infielders at double play depth. We'll see what the Old Abes have on here. Stoik handles the bat pretty well. Not bunting there. Good hack.
Yeah, we'll see now if Coach Kaufman wants to mix things up a little bit, give him one swing to see what happens, and we'll take a look. Stoik does do a nice job of going through that right side, so holding a runner on creates a bigger hole for him.
That one misses inside. It's 1-1. You got good wheels with Gerber at first, but you also have a lefty pitching, so you're not going to get the same kind of lead against the lefty that you would against a righty. Another good hack by Stoik. 1-2 is the count.
Well, you're right. You got to be a little bit more careful with that secondary lead when you got that lefty up there. And we obviously don't know what kind of move he has yet, but we might see it here.
Runner goes, bouncing ball up the middle. Play made there and across for the double play. What a play by Mason Tester, the second baseman.
Tester stood right in there. You talk about hitting it right where you can. Little hit and run action. He's covering the bag and the ball goes right to him, but he stuck his nose right in there with the runner bearing down. What a great play. Took the contact, made the out, kept his balance. Nice throw. Wow, Brattle, that was a nice play.
You file that under unlucky if you're the Old Abe. So you get the runner in motion with the idea being staying out of the double play, but with the right-handed hitter, it's the second baseman. That's his bag on the steal, and the ball just happens to be hit right to him. But a heck of a play by Tester to make the tag on Gerber. There was a little contact down there, and then Tester collected himself and made the throw over to first. 2 down. Tyler Iverson now batting, the shortstop for the Old Apes. Misses outside. 2-0 now to Iverson. Chippewa Falls comes into this game with a 9-1 conference record, tied for first with Hudson. And speaking of the Raiders, they put up a 5 spot, bottom 1 at home, and leads Eau Claire North 5-0. Three 3-0 now the count to Tyler Iverson.
Yeah, the Huskies had a tough loss last week or whatever. They lost to Rice Lake in 13, I heard. So had to use quite a bit of pitching in that one.
3 balls, no strikes. The count to Tyler Iverson. That one misses, and the Old Abes have a base runner.
Must have been just a little low.
Austin Jaeger will now bat for the Old Abes. Jaeger, the Memorial second baseman. That one catches the outside corner. It's 0-1. Jaeger batting with 2 outs and a man on first. Breaking ball.
Yeah,
this is upstairs.
Yeah,
1-1.
just left that up just a little bit. Hasn't thrown many. He's had some good movement out of that fastball to create ground balls for himself. Jaeger's the only lefty in the lineup for the Old Abes, I do believe.
That one misses. Is 3-1. Left fielder shaded towards the line. Center fielder shaded towards left. Right fielder shaded toward the line. Big gap out there in right center. Count now 3-2 to Jaeger. So the runner will be in motion with 2 down.
Yeah, see if Bob wants to throw over here. Put his good move on. He might catch him.
On the infield and caught by Preston Alger, and the Old Abes are retired in their half of the second. 2 complete from Carson Park. Your score, Chippewa Falls 1, Eau Claire Memorial 0. You're watching Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Welcome back to Carson Park in Eau Claire. Getting ready to start the 3rd inning of action. Big Rivers Conference, Chippewa Falls facing Eau Claire Memorial. The Cardinals will send up 9-1-2 in their batting order. Gavin Thompson, Dawson Goodman, Jackson Google. Scheduled hitters. Top 3 against the right-hander, Roma Trapani.
Gavin Thompson, just a freshman. Not very often you see a freshman get an opportunity in the Big Rivers.
Cardinals got their run last inning. It was a 2-out rally after Trapani had retired the first 5 hitters he faced. A double by Mason Tester, a single and an error to plate that run. Now the Cardinals batting with a chance to extend their lead in what we expect to be a pitcher's duel between 2 of the top throwers in this Big Rivers Conference. Hard hit ball knocked down by Sawyer Stein. He'll go to the bag for the out.
Yeah, it was smoked, but Stein did a great job of just standing in there and knocking it down. That's all you got to do as a first baseman, just smother it and pick it up and run over to the bag.
And as we get towards late afternoon here at Carson Park, if you're on the right side of the diamond, first base, second base, right field, that sun begins to become a factor. So that's going on as well. but Stein played that one just the way you want to do it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think he took it off the bare hand. He did do a nice job of knocking it down, but I think he took it off that right hand. So Blue's making sure he's all right.
See, that's what you get when you have veteran umpires like we do today.
And who do we got today?
Chuck Ruppnow behind the plate, Phil Fieber on the bases.
Yes, you definitely got some experience there. See how I led you into that one, Brad?
It's as if we worked together before, Sparks.
Yeah, 2 great umpires today. These guys have been around. Like you said, they know how to make sure the kids are all right, make him throw a pitch, throw a ball over there, make sure he's good to go.
Yeah, it's a strike. And knowing both those guys, Sparks, is that they're out there, and oftentimes they're talking to the players, explaining something, and just keeping a nice. Just kind of nice conversation going, just kind of keep everybody on the same page. And I think, as a player, you appreciate that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Both these guys will do that. They'll make a call, and you may not agree with it, but they'll explain it to you. Hey, this is what I saw. This is what I'm calling. This is what happened. And then you can't argue with that. It's like, all right, they explained everything to us and to the players. They do a great job with that.
Dawson Goodman at the plate, and he's up in the count 3-1. Goodman led off the game and swung at the first pitch, bounced out to shortstop.
Yeah, I did notice this time he came in the box. He literally was taking that first pitch all the way.
Line to center. Locken is there, makes the catch.
Much better job that time by Locken. Made that one look easy, and that is not an easy play when they hit a rope right at you in center.
Now Jackson Google is 0 for 1, struck out swinging versus Trapani in the first inning. Trapani catches the outside corner. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Nice change of pace right there. Got him way out ahead. I do believe that went behind him.
Yeah,
I lucky he didn't hit the bat.
I was almost going to do the just a bit inside on that one. But,
yeah, that's when you got to look out and make sure that bat gets out of the way.
Have to give credit to Bob Euchre on that one. There's a bouncing ball. Lauscher has it. Throws on the run
so
in
smooth.
time.
Yeah, smooth play there from the third.
Cardinals go down 1-2-3 in their half of the third. Old Abe's coming to bat. Bottom 3 when we return on Zaleski Sports.
Living up to the minute.
Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
We move to the bottom of the third inning here at Carson Park in Eau Claire. As expected, a pitcher's duel. Cardinals holding on to a 1-0 lead over the Old Abes. Memorial will send up 9-1-2 against the lefty Easton Bob. Scheduled hitters are Blake Buer, Grant Locken, Cooper Jesperson. Abes have had a couple of base runners. Reached on an error, a hit by pitch, and a walk, but no hits against the lefty Easton Bob. Bounce right side, but foul.
Boy, as a former coach, you just love to see these kind of games, these performances on the mound. I love watching these pitchers that dominate and to really take charge of the game.
You look at this year, Sparks. I mean, these two guys, Trapani for Memorial, Bob for Chippewa. You got Ben Burkhoff, the lefty from Hudson. Jake Busson, who is really getting extended time on the mound. Normally a all-conference caliber shortstop, but he's done the job. The two kids down at River Falls who are
absolutely
dealing. They got some good pitchers. You're right. They work fast. They throw strikes. Both Bob and Trapani have got the arsenal of pitches, and they mix them well. And that's credit to those kids and everybody that's coached them all the way up through the ranks. Strike recalled. Right on the inside corner. Viewer down on strikes.
Again, a little tail out of that lefty as he throws that inside fastball. Looks like it's going to come off the plate and almost get you, and it kind of find his way back on the inside corner.
So now back to the top of the order, Grant Locken, who bounced out to short. And, one of the things we always look at, Sparks, is, okay, how do the hitters do second time through against a top flight pitcher? Abe's have that opportunity right now. A breaking ball across for strike one.
Yeah, and right away Easton's making the adjustment. He's like, all right, I threw him a fastball last time to start off. I'll start him off with a breaking ball.
1-1 now the count. Hudson has tacked on 2 runs in their half of the second, and the Raiders now lead Eau Claire North 7-zip. There's a nice breaking ball by Bob, 1-2.
Yeah, you can really see these pitchers finding their rhythm now as we get more into the game. Third inning here. They're throwing all their pitches over for strikes, getting ahead.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Grant Locken. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the third for the lefty Easton Bob. And now Cooper Jesperson. He reached on an error, hit a little bouncing ball that Bob fielded, but then threw wild to first base. Jesperson, though, was stranded on second base. Takes ball 1.
Cooper Jesperson up ahead 2-0. He's got to sit on a pitch in his spot here. And he
Line
does.
to the gap in right center. First hit of the game for the Old Abes. Good job by the right fielder, Thompson.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Thompson, a good job getting over and getting around it and holding him to just a single with Jesperson's speed. I'm sure he was thinking 2 out of the box.
So now Sawyer Stein steps in, and we're back to that part of the order where these are the boppers. Stein, Lauscher, Trapani. These are the guys that have got the gap and home run power for the Apes. That one all the way back to the backstop. Throw. Not quite in time. Boy, that took the perfect carom for the catcher, Grady Frederick.
Yeah, and Frederick's got the arm, as he showed right there. He played that perfect off the wall, turned around and gunned it down there. Middle infielders really weren't even covering. They kind of figured, well, he's going to move up, but all of a sudden they realized he got a great bounce and was coming with it.
Yeah, Jesperson, I think, maybe was a little surprised as well.
Yeah.
Stein to right. Gavin Thompson drifting toward the line, makes the catch for the third out. 3 complete at Carson Park. Chippewa Falls 1, Eau Claire Memorial 0. You're watching Zaleski Sports.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine free, made with 100% real sugar. from Stevens Point Brewery.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
That's right. We got it.
We're moving right along here at Carson Park. Top of the 4th inning. Chippewa Falls coming to bat and leading Eau Claire Memorial by a score of 1-0. Chi High will have 3, 4, 5 in the batting order. Grady Frederick, Liam Brennan, Cole Perlberg. Just one run in this game that was scored by the Cardinals in inning number 2. We got a 2-out rally. A Mason Tester double, Preston Alger RBI single.
Yeah, like you said, with 2 outs, and so they're 1 for 2 with a guy in scoring position, and right now the Old A's are sitting 0 for 2. They've had 2 chances with guys in scoring position, but both times unable to produce that run, so Chi High is squeaking with that 1-0 lead.
Frederick 0 for 1, flew out to right field to end the first inning. We talked about the Old Abe's getting their second time through the order against Easton Bob. This is Chi High now, their number 3 hitter. All these guys getting ready for the second time through. Ball 1 to Grady Frederick. Checker up now, the home plate umpire taking a look at the glove of Jack Harris.
Yeah, you must have thought it maybe had a hole in his glove that one went through, but it went off the top, tipped off his glove.
And when you're the home plate umpire, you want to make sure that the catcher catches the ball.
You don't want to hold the glove, that's
no,
for sure.
You do not want that.
Consider your face is right behind that mitt.
Yep. Breaking ball. Drops across for Trapani.
Again, Trapani's down in the count 2-0, and he comes back with that curveball. A lot of confidence in that one tonight.
Three and 1 now, the count to Frederick. Swing and a miss.
Ooh, not a good swing there. You got a 3-1 count. You're sitting on something you can drive, and that pitch was down and away for ball 4, and he took a hack at it, but you have to bounce back now. You got a full count.
Swing and a miss. Trapani comes back to strike out Frederick. Boy, 2 nice pitches to finish off that at bat. Through that little wrinkle on the outside that you got Frederick chasing, and then lone inside fastball. That's a tough one when you're a right-handed hitter. Liam Brennan, 0 for 1. Strikeout on the second. Trapani has given up just the 2 hits, but has thrown a fair amount of pitches. He hasn't really been in a massive jam or anything like that, but he has kind of gone deep in the count to a lot of guys.
Yeah, that's a good observation. He's been about 4 or 5, 6 pitches to every hitter. And again, it hasn't hurt him so much, but yeah, he's thrown a lot, and it might get him later in the game.
Opposite field, base hit for Liam Brennan.
Liam Brennan, that was a nice swing. Didn't overswing on that outside fastball, just took it the other way. Good looking swing on that one.
Just kind of served it up opposite field, put it between the shortstop and the third baseman. So Cardinals have a base runner with one down in their half of the fourth. Cole Perlberg, the shortstop, will bat for the second time. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out to third. Back in inning number 2. Play at second. And Brennan will slide in head first.
Good read by Brennan there. That ball didn't get away too far, but he had a good secondary lead. Saw it scoop by. He got a good jump and made it easily.
1-0 count to Perlberg. Cardinals looking to bring another run across. They lead it 1-0 as we play in inning number 4. Lifted high in the air. Sawyer Stein over, but he's going to run out of room.
Yeah, the wind sure helped take that one further into foul territory, so that's out of play. Leaving the fans scattering over there on the deck.
Yeah, nice contingent fans from both sides. Of course, a short drive from Chippewa Falls.
And a beautiful night for baseball, so why not?
Nothing better, yeah. This is it's a good place to be on a warm spring or summer night. Nice pitch on the inside corner from Trapani. He's now ahead in the count, 1-2.
Yeah, Perlberg was fooled on that one. He was kind of stepping out, and that thing came right back and nipped the inside corner for strike 2.
Back inside that time, but it missed 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning for Roman Trapani.
Good pitch on the outside there. Really good spot for that. Gets him his good another K. Second out of the inning.
5 strikeouts for Roman Trapani, and now Mason Tester. He had the double to center field that got over the head of center fielder Grant Locken.
Yeah, he hit it hard and right on the numbers. So he hit his number the first time up. See if Trapani wants to work a little more careful with him this time.
Comes inside, 1-0.
Yeah, a little change up right there. Everyone got away from him. Got an open base. So if he falls behind on the count, he can be careful.
One ball, one strike to Mason Tester. Runner goes. Throw to third, sails into left field. Here comes Liam Brennan, and the Cardinals lead it 2-0.
Well, we talked about a new catcher tonight. You know, Old Abe's starting catcher was out, so here's the backup catcher, and Chai High putting the pressure on him as they threw High down to second on that one on the pass ball that got away from him, and then here again putting the pressure on the new catcher, and he throws it in left field, and Chai High scratches out a run.
Cardinals getting things done on the base paths. Single, wild pitch, stolen base, and an error to bring the run across. Two and one the count to Tester. And in a game like this, Spark, just one more run. That's big.
Yeah. You know, it just kind of gives you that room for any kind of subtle mistake. If you give up a run, you know, like just right now, let's say your catcher actually makes a mistake, throws one away, and you give up one run, we still got that cushion. So you're right. That's a big run there. Gives them a 2-0 lead here for the Cardinals.
Strike 3 called. Trapani strikes out 3 in the inning, but the Cardinals do pick up another run. We head to the bottom of the 4th with Chippewa Falls leading Eau Claire Memorial 2-0 on Zaleski Sports.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
We are back at Carson Park in Eau Claire. Chippewa Falls, a run in the 2nd, a run in the 4th. Toledo Eau Claire Memorial 2-0. Abe's coming to bat here, bottom 4. Leo Lauscher, Roman Trapani, Mason Stoik, the scheduled hitters, 4, 5, and 6 in this Memorial lineup. Bouncing ball, Perlberg. Throw across in time. Lauscher, great hustle down the line, but they got him by a half a step.
Yeah, he made that a lot closer than I'm sure that Perlberg was even thinking it would be.
Here's Roman Trapani. He was hit by a pitch in inning number 2. Takes a strike from Easton Bob.
Yeah, 3 out of the 4 innings, Easton Bob's gotten that leadoff guy out, which really sets up your inning for better for the pitcher. You get that first guy out, and here he is again, top of the 4th. First guy is 6-3 put out.
Breaking ball misses low, 1-1. Strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2 to Trapani.
Good fastball right there. Rolled inside. Trapani kind of bailing on it, but again, he's got that tail action and brings it back over.
Trying to hit that outside corner, but missed wide. 2-2. Full count now to Trapani.
Yeah, good job by Trapani getting back on the count here.
You see where the right fielder Gavin Thompson is playing with the right-handed hitting Trapani. He's not expecting Trapani to pull that one. He's shaded well toward the line, giving up a lot of room in right center.
He draws the walk.
Trapani is on via the walk. Good at bat by Roman Trapani.
Yeah, it really was. That's the second time now he's been on this game. But yeah, going back to that right fielder, kind of shading more towards the line. Again, that has something to do with the wind. You know, blowing in and blowing, like I said, left to right a little bit. Anything hitting that right center gap is going to kind of hang a little bit more for him. So they're kind of taking away that right field line as the ball would drift away from him and go in that direction.
Gavin Gerber, the courtesy runner. Mason Stoik at the plate. Stoik hit into that hard luck double play back in the 2nd. Similar situation with Gerber, the courtesy runner, at first. They sent the runner. Stoik, though, bounced it right up the middle and right at the second baseman who was covering. Normally with the second baseman playing where he is now, that's a base hit up the middle, but worked out well for the Cardinals. Not so much for the Old Abes. No balls, 1 strike, the count. Big cut by Stoik. couldn't catch up with that high heat.
Yeah, Bob going right after challenging him here with back-to-back fastballs.
Ball and 2 strikes. Good lead for Gerber at first. He's going. Throw down, not in time. Stolen base for Gerber. But 2 outs after Stoik strikes out. Tyler Iverson to the plate. He reached via a walk in the second inning. Iverson with a chance to knock in a run here for the Apes.
I wonder if there's a little miscommunication right there by the middle infielders. When that guy's stealing, there should have been somebody at the bag waiting. You know, when you give that communication, who's going to cover on a steal, and neither guy got there in time, and then they both went at the same time. So a little miscommunication there, and slides in safe.
It was a good throw by catcher Greg.
Absolutely.
Frederick.
Yeah, it should have been a possibility even for the out if somebody's standing there waiting for that throw.
Gerber, though, I'd say the fastest of the old Apes.
From what we've seen, absolutely. Good base runner.
Ball and 2 strikes now to Iverson.
Well, the old A's are 0 for 2 right now today with the guy in scoring position. So Iverson's trying to find a way to come through for the old A's and push a run across with 2 outs.
Strike 3 called. Pair of strikeouts in the inning. All right, welcome back to Carson Park. 1 down here, top of 5. Colton Turner retired on a 5-3 putout. Really nice play by the third baseman, Leo Lauscher.
That was actually Preston Elger on
Preston
that first
Elger,
out.
yeah. My
Turner's
mistake
up
there.
now, yeah.
Okay. Well,
now we're all back. Now we're back. Here we go.
Once
Can we
again,
start over?
Sparks,
Can we
my
start over?
scorebook.
All right.
Yeah, where's that reset button? Turner 0 for 1. He struck out in the second inning. Elger, who is retired on that 5-3 putout, is 1 for 2. Singled in a run back in the second.
Yeah, he's got the lone RBI of the day.
Yeah, second run was unearned. Ball and 2 strikes now to Colton Turner.
Yeah, Turner on a very defensive swing there, fouled one off him. So again, blue checking on him.
Lifted in the air to left. Cooper Jesperson, long run, but he makes the catch. Fighting the wind a little bit out there in left. It is really gusting right now.
Yeah, you're right. It made it even a longer run. You said long run, and he did. He playing a little deep there in left, and that wind just kept knocking it down. So we had a long way to go to get that one.
Looks like we have a pinch hitter now for the Cardinals. One-0 pitch. It's number 22, who I do not have in my roster.
Nor do I.
Maybe
there is a 22 on the JV roster. Yeah,
Devin
Bush, maybe. Yep.
Whoever it is
he's a junior.
ahead in the count.
Yeah.
3-0. Boy, my scorebook was nice and clean, Sparks, up until this half inning. And I can tell you're very concerned about that.
You'll be fine. I knew you'd bounce back. I knew you'd bounce back.
Jack Harris had to hustle back to the backstop. At first, he wasn't really sure where that ball was.
Yeah, he lost it as it came off his glove. He kind of thought he stuck it down below his feet or something, so he was looking for it, but it went all the way to the backstop, and he had to have the coaches help him out, give him some direction where that went.
So we've sorted out the number 22. It is actually Gavin Thompson. There was a uniform change.
Uniform change. That'll do it.
Thanks to Chi High Athletic Director Mike Thompson for not only watching the game, but for letting us know. So we appreciate it. Thanks, Mike. Mike Thompson, the former Chi High baseball coach.
Exactly right. And Thompson will take all the help we can get.
Yeah, you got that right. He is also helping us out because we're scheduled to broadcast the softball game Thursday at Casper Park, Eau Claire North at Chi High, and Mike has graciously arranged to move over a picnic table for a broadcast spot. So how about that?
Always looking out for us, isn't he?
And his last text, tell Spargs I say hi. So there you go. Now, we'll see if he puts a picnic basket out there for us. You know, a couple goodies.
Yeah, we'll see how extreme he'll go.
We don't ask for much.
No. Especially when he's listening. Yeah.
No, certainly not. Dawson Goodman at the plate now. Batting for the third time. He's 0 for 2. Ahead in the count, 2-1. Yeah, one catches the outside corner, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, a real nice 3-1 pitch there, right there on the outside edge. I think he took a little off that one. So 3-2, 2 outs, that runner will be going.
Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Trapani. Cardinals retired in their half of the 5th. Old Abe's coming to bat, bottom 5 when we return on Zaleski Sports.
Heartland Custom Homes is your local custom home builder for over 50 years right here in Plover. We are committed to making the process of constructing your dream home as engaging, efficient, and stress-free as possible. Our panelized construction is ideal for our central Wisconsin climate, and our expertise and workmanship give you the confidence to know that your home is in good hands. Stop in or schedule a meeting to talk about your vision and watch as your design takes shape before your eyes. You deserve the home of your dreams. Let Heartland Custom Homes bring yours to life.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Eau Claire Memorial will send up 8, 9, and 1 in their batting order. Bottom of the 5th inning. Austin Jaeger, Blake Buer, Grant Locken, the scheduled hitters. Against the lefty, Easton Bob, and he's been just outstanding today, Sparks.
Yeah, he sure has. He's only given up 1 hit. Old Abe's have left 4 men on base, but they just have not come through with a big hit. And again, that goes back to Easton Bob and him making quality pitches when he needs to. So he has been sharp tonight.
6 strikeouts through 4 innings. Easton Bob. Now Austin Jaeger, the 2nd inning.
Not a bad idea there by Jaeger. See if you can drop one down and beat it out. Try to start a rally here when you're leading off the inning. So good idea. Just couldn't quite get it down.
Yeah, with that, both corner the Abes to try to get some guys on base for when their big hitters come up. 3, 4, 5 in that lineup. But they get a little ways to go to get there. Fouled back over the press box here at Carson Park. It's a wonderful vantage point to watch some baseball at this historic complex.
Yeah, we've been a few places, and nothing beats old Carson Park, that's for sure.
Jaeger staying alive. Chi-High fans will. And Jaeger beats it out. An infield single. And the Abes have their leadoff hitter on in the 5th inning, and Blake Buer, the DH, will step in.
Yeah, there's the advantage of he being a left-handed hitter. He kind of gets jammed inside, fists one off there to the shortstop, who trying to play that second out because he had a lot of spin to it. And by the time he gathered and hummed it over, it was too late. Good speed coming out of the box for Jaeger.
Third baseman Preston Alger in on the grass.
Yeah, I definitely expect the 9-hole hitter here, Buer, to put one down, try to advance him, try to get back to that top of the order for the old Abes.
Runner on, nobody out. Bottom 5. Squares the bunt, puts it down. Scooped by Alger, the throw in time.
Good execution right there by Buer, doing his job.
So one down here in the 5th inning. Jaeger moves down to second, back to the top of the order, and Grant Locken, who's 0 for 2.
Well, this allows the old Abes 2 opportunities now with a guy in scoring position to drive him in. Bob's been tough in this situation, though.
Locken takes upstairs for ball 1. Two balls, no strikes. The count to Grant Locken. Now one catches the corner. Nice pitch from Bob. It's 2-1. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Boy, good job of pitching. You got fastball on the outside corner, 2-0. Comes back with that 2-1 pitch with another fastball, but right on the inside corner. Good job working in and out.
I learned something about Memorial coach Kyle Kaufman. He's a lefty. I never knew that.
He hasn't had to throw it in before, has he?
Well, no, not that I've noticed. 2-2 pitch. Good take by Grant Locken. That did not miss by much.
Yeah, I kind of got one of those half looks from Blue. Kind of flinched, but didn't get the strike call.
Strike 3 called.
Right down the middle. It comes back with a good pitch.
2 outs in the 5th. So now it's up to Cooper Jesperson.
Yeah, he had that nice single last time up, singled out into right center. If he can do that again, that'll drive in a run for the old Abes. Something they've not done yet today.
Just 2 hits for the Abes in this game. 1-1 the count to Jesperson. Breaking ball misses low, 2-1.
Yeah, good job staying off of that by Jesperson there. That was a good pitch. Went a little low. It's ahead in the count, 2-1.
Bouncing ball left side.
This is
Perlberg, it gets through him.
Yeah, he pulled up at the last second, and that ball stayed down. The run does not score, though, as Coach Kaufman held him on that one. So 1st and 3rd now with 2 outs.
1st and 3rd, and now you've got some pop at the plate in Sawyer Stein. And with that, some activity down in the Chippewa Falls bullpen. Is they're going to get a guy down there throwing?
Tell you what, Brad, I got to give that an infield single. I don't think there's any way he's going to get Jesperson on that slow roller deep in the hole there. The only play they had is if that third baseman could get to it. So that's an infield single right there.
You convinced me, Sparks.
Way to take my word for it. Nice.
Well, I'm watching the runner at third. I'm not really looking to see how the guy at first is getting down the line. But that's why we're a team.
There you go.
That's why we're a team.
Yeah, it was interesting to see how he did not send him with 2 outs. He's going obviously on the pitch, on the ball put into play like that. I think Coach Cummins might have been fooled. I think he might have thought the shortstop actually made that play and wasn't going to send him, obviously, with the ball still in the infield, and then realized too late that it had gone past him.
I think, though, you like your chances with Sawyerstein batting.
Well, yeah,
and a pair of runners on.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't go wrong by holding him here because, again, you're down 2. Why not let your big bopper get up here? And, heck, if he goes yard, you're up 3-2, and he's got 4 dingers on the year.
Nice curveball from Easton Bob. Ball and 2 strikes. Driven to center. Dawson Goodman going over and makes the catch.
Again, Bob, nice job getting himself out of trouble.
5 complete at Carson Park. Your score, Chippewa Falls 2, Eau Claire Memorial 0. You're watching Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chile.
We move to the 6th inning here at Carson Park. Chippewa Falls leading Eau Claire Memorial 2-0. Old Abe's threatened in the bottom half of inning number 5, but Easton Bob, the pitcher, retired the hottest hitter in the Abe's lineup, Sawyer Stein, on a fly ball to center field with a pair of runners on. So it remains 2-0, and Chi High will send up 2, 3, 4 in their order. Scheduled hitters are Jackson Google, Grady Frederick, Liam Brennan, against the right-hander Roman Trapani, who has pitched well, but he trails in this game, so his task is to keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we're getting into the 6th inning. He can't afford to give up anything else, nor the Old Abe defense, that's for sure. And again, Chippewa here now, they're right in the meat of their order, 2, 3, 4. They're going to try to find a way to at least tack one more on, and they're in a good spot in the order to do that.
Google batting, 0 for 2, takes that one behind his back.
Yeah, that curveball got away.
As we've mentioned in the game, Trapani has thrown a fair amount of pitches. He's gone full on a number of guys. He's got 3-1, 2-2. So you wonder about a pitch count. There is no activity in the Memorial bullpen at this point.
Sawyer Stein was warming up in the 5th. He did get a chance to run down there and take a few pitches, so obviously he's the first guy who's ready to go if they have to go to the bullpen here late.
Good off-speed pitch, and Google just got a piece, 2-2. I would imagine the Abes would come back with Jesperson on Thursday.
That's been what they've been doing. He's been their #2 guy, so.
Lifted to center. Here comes Lock-in, but it drops in for a hit.
A good start to the 6th for the Cardinals.
Yeah, if you're Chi High here, boy, even just one run
Yeah, huge.
is big.
Yep. Yeah, your pitcher is rolling, but you always want that insurance. Give him a couple of runs to play with if something starts to happen. So now here again, Chi High, first guy up, gets a base hit. So they got the leadoff guy on, and 3-hole hitter, Grady Frederick, who's hits over 400 on the season. Good hitter.
Frederick 0 for 2 today.
Yeah, this might be one of those situations where Chi High is again going to look for that steal. The catcher's had a couple of high throws today, so they may try to press it. There he goes.
Runner goes. The pitch gets away. Good carom off the backstop, but no play at second.
Yeah, that was just a straight pass ball. The catcher just whiffed on it as the batter turned to bunt. He took the bunt away, and it went right past the catcher. Kind of got blinded there with that bat in the way. So the runner advances on that. He's stealing, but he advances anyways with the pass ball.
1 ball, no strikes now to Frederick. Pulls that one foul down the line. 1-1.
Well, great opportunity here now for the Cardinals. Leadoff man now at second base. In scoring position with nobody out, and you've got the meat. 3, 4, 5 next in order.
Hard hit ball fair down the line. Google rounding third. He will score. RBI single. Grady Frederick, and the Cardinals extend their lead to 3-0.
Well, and that's why he's hitting in the 3-hole. Like we said, he was hitting over 400 on his season, so he was due, and he just roped that down the line. Big RBI right there for Frederick.
So now Liam Brennan, who's 1 for 2.
So the Cardinals continue to threaten here in the 6th.
Still nobody out. They've gotten one important insurance run here. Runner goes. Throw down. Good throw. They got him.
Good answer that time by the Old Abe catcher. Jack Harris coming up big that time for the Old A's, making amends for the ones earlier. Nice job by Jack throwing him out at second base. That's a big out.
Boy, that one was right on the money. So now 1 down here in the 6th inning. 1 run across for Chi High. 2-0 the count on Liam Brennan. Ground ball. Jagger knocks it down. Throw in time.
Nice little play on the backhand there. Got himself set. Good play for the second out here in the 6th.
Brennan was really hustling down the line, but the throw from Jagger was in time. Now, Cole Perlberg, 0 for 2. Facing Trapani for a 3rd time. Trapani delivers strike 1. Bouncing ball.
This will be close.
Iverson, the scoop, and the throw is errant. So Perlberg reaches.
Yeah, Iverson sat back on that one, and that was too slow of a roller. Perlberg's got too good of wheels. That would have been a real close bang-bang play. So he knew when he picked it up that he had to rush that throw, and it got away.
So semi-official scorer Dave Sparger, hit or error?
I'm going to give that an E6.
E6, all right. Here's Mason Tester, batting with 2 outs and a runner on. If it's me, Sparks, I'm always giving the infielders the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, there you go.
They can't do anything wrong in my book.
And I always lean towards the pitcher.
Yeah, okay,
it's
exactly.
Like, it's like my kids were pitchers or something.
Well,
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Runner goes. Throw down. Perlberg swipes second. That was a good, strong throw, but it sailed a little bit, stayed up.
A little high, but a great jump right there.
But again, you got Jack Harris back there
just
as
a sophomore,
catcher
yeah,
and as a sophomore, and you know this experience will be really valuable for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because as you know, you always talk about you want that defense up the middle to be strong. It starts with the catcher. Trapani delivers a strike. 1-2 now to Tester. Tester just a piece of that one. It's a final from Hudson. It's Raiders defeating the Eau Claire North Huskies 15-zip. So Hudson now 10-1 in the Big Rivers, and for the moment, they sit alone in first place. Cardinals hoping to close this one out. They will improve to 10-1 and keep pace. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at second. Curveball missing inside, 3-2.
You talked earlier, Brad, about Trapani having to throw quite a few pitches to each batter, and here again comes pitch number 6 to this one.
Strike 3 called. Tester down on strikes for out number 3, but the Cardinals pick up another run, and they lead it 3-0 over Eau Claire Memorial as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. From Carson Park, you are watching Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
Getting late here at Carson Park for the home team, the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes. They trail Chippewa Falls 3-0. Abes will send up 4, 5, and 6 in their batting order. Leo Lauscher, Roman Trapani, Mason Stoik, the scheduled hitters against the left-hander Easton Bob, who has been advertised. No runs on 3 hits through the first 5 innings. Big swing from Lauscher, behind in the count, 0-1.
Lauscher grounded out to the shortstop in the 4th inning. Definitely had a home run hack on that first pitch.
He's 0 for 2. He also struck out looking in the first. Knocked down by Bob.
And a good play to first this time. That one might have found the middle of the field right there and gone through for a base hit, but Easton Bob doing a great job fielding his position.
Now Roman Trapani. He's been on both times. He was hit by a pitch in the second, reached via the walk in the fourth. Facing Bob for the third time, takes a strike. Now we do have some activity in the Memorial bullpen.
Yeah, Sawyer Stein's down there loosening.
Mason Tester calling for that one, makes the catch.
That was a major league pop-up right there.
Oh, that really was. That thing was skied in the air. So now Mason Stoik, he's 0 for 2.
You know, you watch Easton Bob work, and he's not really overpowering. It's not like he's blowing these fastballs by him, but he's so good at working that fastball in and out and letting it work for him. That little run to it, then he'll come back and snap off a good breaking ball to keep him honest. He's just doing a good job of location.
And it seems like he's got a couple different speeds on his fastball.
Yeah, he reaches back for a little bit, yep.
He mixes them pretty well, and he's throwing the curve and that slider, and he's got the, at the high school level, he's got the full arsenal of pitches.
And it always seems to be just such more of a challenge when you face that lefty. You know, you just don't see a lot of them as you grow up, and then you have to face them at this level. It just makes it a little more difficult, especially if somebody as well taught as he is.
Breaking ball, Stoik held up that time, 2-2. Fouled off. One of the rare days at Carson Park where we have no games going on either of the two softball fields, and nobody is working out on the football field either.
Yeah, the football field's empty as the college students have headed home for summer. But you're right, it's unusual that we don't have girls softball going on out there in center field.
I have seen some folks on the tennis courts, but I'm afraid the people on the far court are playing pickleball. One hopper speared by Tester, throw to first in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Easton Bob and the Cardinals. Chi High will come to bat in the top of the seventh, leading 3-0 when we return on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
We are back at Carson Park. And we've had a change for Eau Claire Memorial. Sawyer Stein now on the mound. He swaps places with Roman Trapani, who is now over at first base. Chi High Cardinals will send up 7, 8, 9 in their batting order. And they lead it by a score of 3-0 here, top of the seventh inning. At Carson Park, these two teams will play again Thursday up at Casper Park at Chippewa Falls, where Sparks and I were yesterday covering a Cloverbelt Conference game. Columbus Catholic from Marshfield, edging McDonald from Chippewa Falls. And we've been treated to some good games here, Sparks.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, last night was a 5-3 game, well played, and this one here, a 3-0 going into the seventh. You know, this is our first opportunity to see the Chi High Cardinals, and boy, we're figuring out in a hurry why they're 9-1. You know, they've just got outstanding pitching and real solid on defense and the timely hitting tonight. You know, they've come up with a couple of big hits with 2 outs to score runs, so kind of got the whole package going.
Yeah, they
Shows
found
again.
a way against a really top-flight pitcher in Roman Trapani, but they scratched out some runs, and they've got speed and you know, up and down the lineup, they get guys that have good approaches at the plate. You know, obviously, like any team, you got some guys with higher batting averages, but everybody seems to, you know, have a good approach there. And in this game, they've not beaten themselves.
Absolutely right. They've done nothing to hurt themselves. And like you said, we talked about earlier about Trapani having to throw a lot of pitches. Well, that's credit again to the Cardinals, you know, making themselves not swing at bad stuff, not getting, you know, first pitch outs. And here we go to the 7th, and Trapani's reached his pitch count, and he's done. So now the Old A's have gone to the bullpen, and the Chi-Hi is going to see if they can tack on now going against the bullpen.
Preston Alger, the third baseman. He's 1 for 2. Knocked in the first run of the game back in the second. And that was a tone setter, Sparks, in my opinion.
Well, clutch, yeah. They, you know, again, he's Chi-Hi finding a way to get that big 2-out single, and he did it. And like you said, he got him up 1-0, and ever since then, the Old A's have not come up with any kind of big hit to help him.
And I think in a game like this where each team has its ace out on the mound, you score first. It's a big advantage. Now,
oh yeah, Stein's got something on his
yeah,
wrist
he's got
that she forgot he
either a
had.
wristband or,
yep.
or
And
something
that's got to
on the
come
left
off, so
wrist
he'll pocket it. He got away with it for 2 pitches, but hey.
Lifted in the air. Long run for Trapani as well as catcher Jack Harris. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That young lady almost walked right into it.
Yeah, you know, when you walk into a ballpark, you need to be heads up. Baseball parks and hockey rinks.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Yeah, be aware. 1-2 pitch from Sawyer Stein.
Alger fighting these off. A couple of good pitches from Stein on the outside edge, maybe even off the plate. Alger reaching out there to foul those off.
Bouncing ball. Scooped by Iverson. Throw safe.
Infield single. Tough one up the middle.
I believe that ball grazed the glove of the pitcher, Sawyer Stein. Maybe slowed it down a little bit. It was a very nice play at short by Iverson. Fielding the short hop and then throwing off balance.
Looks like we got a pinch hitter here for the Cardinals, number 14. Westy, a senior for the Cardinals, going to pitch hit.
So Westaby batting for Colton Turner, who is 0 for 2 against Roman Trapani. Stein will get some throwing done with third baseman Leo Lauscher. Now he's going to throw over to Trapani. Meantime, the middle infielders are going, come on, throw to us. Three 3-0 lead, Sparks. Do you try to push another one across here? Maybe either get the guy in motion or bunt him over?
Yeah, they've had success. I mean, obviously they've gotten thrown out once, but if Alger's got speed, they're going to let him go ahead and try to swipe that, I would think.
Stein is obviously aware of that.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to bring up Westaby to bunt off the bench, but he might be a guy that can handle the bat.
Squares, but the pitch gets away. And Alger now standing at second base.
Well, good job by Westaby right there. He showed bunt and then pulled back when he knew it wasn't going to be there and got all the way to the backstop, so that moves the runner up for him. So now Coach Steinman's got to make that decision. Do I let him swing away to see if he drives him in, or do we got to get him at third base with 1 out to really increase our chances of scoring him?
Third baseman Lauscher playing back. Trapani, the first baseman, creeping in.
Yeah, Lauscher playing back like that. Obviously, if there's a bunt, they're going to hope the pitcher can field it and throw him out at third. So Lauscher will stay for the bag.
Takes a strike. It's 2-1. Westaby takes low. It's 3-1. Stein, his first inning of relief for the Abes after Roman Trapani threw the first 5. And that one hit him.
Yeah, we've seen Stein throw before. He pitched against North and struggled a little bit as North got to him, and then he came back in another game we saw, and he threw very well. So right now he's kind of off to a slow start. And Chi High with 2 on.
And John Rauch, assistant coach, is going to make the walk to the mound to talk to his right-hander Sawyer Stein. Catcher Jack Harris will join that conversation.
Well, here comes the freshman, too, Gavin Thompson, coming up with nobody out. Runners in first and second. I'd be leaning towards the fact that he would lay down a bunt, especially being a lefty. If he could put that down at third base, he could perhaps beat it out, especially if Lauscher's going to stay back on the bag.
Top of the 7th inning. Chippewa Falls leading 3-0. A run in the second, a run in the 4th, 1 in the 6th. Now Chi High threatening with 2 on, nobody out in the 7th. Again, Hudson has defeated Eau Claire North this afternoon, so Chippewa needs to win to keep pace atop the BRC standings. On their way, but not quite there.
Corner's in now for the Abes, looking for that bunt.
Bunt is down, but foul.
Old Abe's executing a wheel play on that bunt coverage is what we term that. Simply the third baseman's going to charge hard. That shortstop's going to try to get to the bag at third. So that'll allow 3 guys to try to field that bunt, third, pitcher, and first. And they're going to try to get that force out at third to get that lead runner.
Corner infielders both in for the Abes, and they'll throw down to second.
Again, just trying to keep him closer to the bag because he's the force out they want to get with a bunt. So again, trying to shorten his lead to make it more difficult for him to get there on a bunt. See if the Old A's come back again with that wheel. Swinging.
Count now 0-2 on Gavin Thompson.
I don't think that's what Coach wanted in that situation as his hat came off. Just a slight indication, but who knows? But now the freshman's got a chance to swing away with 2 strikes. Maybe he'll make amends right here and drive in a run.
Swing and a miss. Sawyer Stein comes back with the strikeout. Back to the top of the order with 1 down and 2 on. Dawson Goodman will bat, and Goodman 0 for 3 in the game.
Yeah, Goodman's definitely due for this game. He's a guy that's hitting .464. An opportunity here to tack another run on for the Cardinals here in the 7th.
Stein looking for that ground ball now. Getting out of this inning.
Yeah, definitely playing for 2 up the middle.
Throws that bender that caught the outside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, nice little sweeper there.
3-1 now, the count to Goodman.
Yeah, the last thing Stein wants to do here is get a free pass. You walk him here and load the bases. Puts a lot of pressure on your defense. So Stein's looking for that one big pitch to get out of the inning.
Driven to center. It's slicing away from Locken and into the gap. Alger will score. Westaby moves up to third. And it's 4-0.
Yeah, did we say Goodman was due? How about that? A little double in the gap. Just too good a hitter to keep down all game, and he came up big right there with a double. That'll score an RBI too.
And again, with that wind blowing in from left field and kind of blowing left to right, there just was no way the center fielder Locken was going to run that one down, because that ball just, first off, it's slicing off the bat of that hitter, and it just kept slicing away from the outfielder. So Chippewa Falls scratching home another run. They lead at 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0. They got guys on second and third, just one out. So the old A's are coming in. They're in on the grass trying to cut that run down. They can't afford to give up anymore.
Swing from Google. Lined, base hit. Westaby scores. Here comes Goodman. Shy High has broken this thing open.
Sure have. Google with a nice rip right over the second baseman's head. Again, the infield in, all you have to do is elevate that ball a little bit, and he does a great job with the base hit to right center, driving in two.
So that'll bring up Grady Frederick.
Big hit after big hit tonight for the Cardinals.
Google draws a throw, and that one gets away. Sparks, I go back to that fifth inning, bottom of the fifth, when Eau Claire Memorial had a pair of runners on, 2 down, and Sawyer Stein at the plate. He made contact against Easton Bob, but he flew out. And just from that point on, you could just see that the Memorial dugout got real quiet, and the Chippewa dugout got a lot noisier. And
well, you're right. And since then, they put one on the board here in the sixth. They answered right away. Put one up on the board here,
exactly.
3 in the seventh. And you're right. Big momentum swing. Chahai knew that they got out of a big jam right there.
Frederick to center and deep. Locken makes the catch. Runner tags. And we'll get to third. Hit well by Grady Frederick. But 2 down now in the seventh. Liam Brennan with the chance to tack on another run. Brennan is 1 for 3.
Yeah, hit it well, but you hit the wrong part of the park. You know, straightaway center field. That's a big space out there.
One and one now, the count to Liam Brennan. 1 for 3, singled and scored in the fourth.
Stein's trying to find a way to get that third out and get the old Abes into that dugout. Good hack right there by Brennan. Good short swing.
2-2 the count with 2 down. Top of 7, 3 runs already across for the Cardinals. Check swing foul. Runner stays put. Google over at third.
Yeah, Google stayed. I think they were assuming that Brennan got hit by the pitch.
That was my first thought.
Yeah, because otherwise Google should have been coming. I mean, you always might as well just come, and if he does get hit, they'll send you back.
Brennan's got to sell that. Oh, then
Or
again,
that.
though, he may want the ribby. He may want that instead.
Well, let's see on this pitch what happens.
Yeah, I think he wants the ribby.
Yeah, as he turned on that one.
He's thinking, lefty hitter, wind blowing to right. 3-0-2 down the line. No, I'm not. I don't want to get hit by a pitch. I want to swing.
And he's starting to time him up. He's got some good swings going.
Got a couple fans up there on the upper level of that fan deck. And one of them's going to go in search of that baseball. Now we got a race for the baseball. Ball 4 to Liam Brennan. And the inning continues for Chi High.
Good job right there by Liam Brennan. So a lot of pitches, fouled off a lot of tough pitches. Just kept battling and ended up drawing that walk.
And again, Sparks, like just about every Chi High hitter, they're very good at the plate. A lot of good approaches up there. Perlberg takes a strike. Yeah, you get a whole lineup of guys that are patient at the plate. They're grinding out at bats. They're fouling pitches off. That's going to serve you well over the course of a season.
Yeah, absolutely. Just takes a toll on those pitchers.
And I think with a 14-5 record, I think that approach seems to be working for the Cardinals.
Yeah, looking to go 10-1 in the conference and stay in that tie for first place with Hudson, as Hudson was victorious tonight already.
Good sweeping breaking ball from Sawyer Stein there, and once again he's a strike away from getting out of this inning. But a big inning for the Cardinals. They put up a 3 spot and now lead 6-0. Two and two now the count to Perlberg. That one misses outside and the count's full.
Well, Brennan will be taken off with the pitch, so now the old Dave's only play will be to first base with 2 outs here.
Runner goes, and Perlberg gets a piece of it. Count remains 3-2, and Brennan will retreat to first base. And it's ball 4. Cardinals now have the bases loaded.
Yeah, back-to-back walks here now, loads them up.
It'll bring up Mason Tester. Tester doubled and scored in the second. Struck out looking in both the 4th and the 6th against Roman Trapani, the starter. Now a chance for more runs here.
Yeah, Tester's the 9th man to hit in the order here in this inning, so. Stein's gotten ahead of the last 2 hitters. That's not been the issue. It's been the ability just to close it out, make him put the ball in play or to strike him out. He's just hasn't been able to close the deal in the last 2 hitters, but he's up ahead again here now.
No balls, 2 strikes now to Tester.
Fastball just a little bit outside to see if Tester will go chasing. He does not.
One-two pitch. Bounced up the middle and through. 1 run is in. Here comes a second run, and Shy High now leads it 8-0. So Google and Brennan both scoring on the RBI from Mason Tester. I'm assuming that's an RBI, Spark.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten your official scoring.
That's a single up the middle. We're going to give him that one, no doubt. 2 RBI single. And the Cardinals just keep tacking on right there.
Now, Preston Alger batting for the 2nd time this inning. It feels like it was about an hour ago that he came up and had a leadoff single, and that started this big inning now for the Cards.
I tell you what, though, right there when Brennan ended up scoring right there, he actually missed home plate. And Jackson Google was smart, watched what was happening after he scored, and he saw him miss home plate and yelled at him to go back and touch. And that run counted. Otherwise, it would have been the 3rd out.
Yeah, that's heads up. I tell you, that's a heads up play there.
Yeah, just little details like that again shows you the Cardinals are just well coached.
Swing and a miss from Alger. Count is now 1-2. Lifted in the air right side.
Could have a play.
He runs out of room.
Oh, there's that wind again. Just pushed it out.
Yeah, on a normal day, he catches that one, a couple steps onto the warning track. It's been a long inning for the Abes and pitcher Sawyer Stein. Bouncing ball. Iverson the scoop. Throw across. In time.
Good strong arm from Iverson. Good thing.
Cardinals are retired in their half of the 7th, but not before they put up a 5 spot. Shy High leading Eau Claire Memorial 8-0. Last at bats coming up for the Old Abes when we return on Zaleski Sports.
Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
Pitcher Easton Bob remains on the mound for the Shy High Cardinals, and he has been fantastic. He's scattered 3 hits, not allowed a run. There's a time this game that Chippewa had a guy thrown in the bullpen, but Bob has pitched well. Probably the best opportunity for the A's. A couple times this game, innings 1, 3, and 4, the A's got a runner to second. Their best scoring chance came in the 5th when they had runners at the corners, 2 outs, and best hitter in terms of both average and power at the plate in Sawyer Stein, but Bob got him to fly out to center field. Then he worked a 1-2-3 6th and did that without throwing a whole lot of pitches. So I'm guessing, Sparks, that's the reason he's out here to finish this thing off.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, when I was the head coach, if a guy was just dealing and rolling, it was like he wanted to throw 7. That's what this kind of mentality that Bob's going to have is like, I'm not coming out of the game. I don't care what the score is. I started, I finish.
Yeah, and got through the 6th inning on 10 pitches. Bouncing ball up the middle. Tester with the play in time. Nicely done by Mason Tester.
That did test him a little bit on that one. That was well played.
I liked how you did that there, Sparks. Austin Jaeger now at the plate.
You do realize I waited till the 7th inning to pull that one out.
Well, but that's it. It's like having a guy in the bullpen. Knowing when to bring it out. One down here, bottom 7 for the A's.
Well, it looks like that long break in the top of the 7th hasn't slowed him down. That's always one of those things where they sit too long on the bench. You worry about him getting tightened up maybe. But he's come out and just continues to pound the strike zone.
Well, and now you're pitching with an 8-run lead.
Absolutely.
And now
fastball's coming at you.
Here it is. Yep. See it hit it.
Yeah, he's only allowed 1 walk, and he's got 1 hit by pitch today. So only 2 freebies. That's it.
Here's
that one might
up
get
the
through.
Middle. Tester knocks it down, but
tough play on that one.
Jaeger will reach. Infield single, Sparks?
It is.
All right.
Nothing routine about that one. Had to go a long ways.
4th hit for the old A's. And credit to Jaeger for doing a nice job and fighting that one off. Gavin Gerber will be the runner at first for Jaeger.
Yeah, he'll actually pinch run. This is not a courtesy, so he will use up his eligibility with this pinch running here.
I got a text from one of my college teammates who's at the Orioles home game tonight. He's an Orioles season ticket holder and gave me a Taran Vavra update. Lifted to right. Gavin Thompson going over toward the line, makes the catch. Buer bidding for an opposite field hit.
I thought Taran was sent down for a little bit, was he?
He's back up now.
Back Good.
Up.
Good. And the update is?
Well, hold on now. I got to open up the phone. Well, this will give me time to tell a story.
They're going to relief pitcher. He reached his pitch count with 2 outs here.
Taran Vavra started in right field, almost went yard in his first at-bat, RBI single in his next at-bat, and showed speed scoring from second.
Nice.
So there you go.
That's a
now
great
I can
update.
tell my story about my friend who texted me this. So he was used a lot like Gavin Gerber was as the courtesy runner. And a nice hand for Easton Bob, and deservedly so. He was just magnificent.
Yeah, definitely our player of the game tonight.
Yeah. Jacob Danielson now pitching for the Cardinals. So I'll resume the story. So John Darby was, often used as the courtesy runner. So he and I got to talking between innings, and we decided that in addition to being the courtesy runner, he should also be the courteous runner. So when he entered the game, he would say, "Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, excuse me." Get to first base, "Excuse me, pardon me. I'm going to take my lead now, excuse me." It was the courteous runner.
Oh, my.
This is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the tales of the Carleton College Knights. The courteous runner.
Yeah, and how would the first baseman react to that? The guy's going you're a little too nice,
when
dude. What is going
Grinnell,
on?
The first baseman had a shaggy beard and had a rock button pinned to his cap that said "The Clash London Calling" on his Grinnell. Well, that's Grinnell. for starters. Also had a teammate who is a good runner. He's a football player, and our coach Bob Sullivan was actually hired as the football coach, but they needed somebody to coach baseball, so he was stuck with our group of characters. But we were in a situation where we called upon another guy to pinch run, and the guy went through about a couple minutes of calisthenics, loosened up, takes his lead, and gets picked off. That was a long ride home from Iowa on that. And
yeah, I've seen
that. There may have been a little kneeling.
Might have been. Yeah,
on
no
bus
kidding.
Ride back.
He had to suffer through that one going home. I've seen that done more than once too.
Right, yeah.
Mr.
Well,
Speed coming in to run and then gets
worse
picked off.
Was the minutes of calisthenics,
yeah,
and
right,
stretching,
right, yeah.
and going through
showing how fast he's going to be during his warm-ups
First
there.
one.
Yeah, and then
First
pitch over, picked off. Yeah.
So now here's Grant Locken to bat, facing Danielson, who delivers a strike. So 6 2/3 innings pitched for Easton Bob. And if you're the Abes, you're just trying to get something positive. I mean, it's a tall order, down 8 runs and with 2 outs, but something positive that you can take to practice tomorrow and then get ready for Thursday's game.
Yeah, if anything, you just want to get that donut off the scoreboard. You know, you just hate getting shut out.
Yeah, and momentum's a strange thing at any level of baseball, but yeah, it's a whole new day when you go to the park on Thursday. 3-1 now, the count to Locken. Strike delivered from Danielson. He's got a little hop up there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Abes down to their final strike. That one skips away. And the Abes have a pair of runners on here in the 7th.
Yeah, Danielson really rushed his delivery that time. He knew the runner was going to be going, but you could just see how quickly he tried to get rid of the baseball and spiked it about 55 feet there. So, you know, all he's got to do is relax and not worry about the runners. Like you talked about, Brado. It's 8-0. You know, he just has to relax, throw that fastball, get it over the plate, let the defense do the rest.
Here's Cooper Jesperson, who's had a day at the plate. Reached on an error in the 1st inning, singled in the 3rd, singled again in the 5th. He was the one guy that had some success against Easton Bob. Jai High not holding the runner at first. Danielson delivers a strike.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason to even worry about the runners. 2 outs and you're up 8. Just stay in your position. When that ball comes, you're ready for the play.
Good off-speed pitch from Danielson.
Yeah, that might have been his first curveball he's shown right there. And that was a good one. He gets ahead now, 1-2.
That one in the dirt, but Frederick, the catcher, doing a good job knocking that one down.
Yeah, I really like Frederick behind the dish there. He's a guy that, he's a senior. You can just tell he kind of runs the show back there. Nothing gets by him. Real confident behind the dish, a good leader.
And again, it's that defense up the middle. Got Frederick beyond the plate, Perlberg at short, Tester at second. They both made some nice plays. And then Dawson Goodman out in center. You're solid up the middle on that defense. And 2 balls, 2 strikes. I would say that that's probably the second storyline for me in this game is the Chippewa defense. Easton Bob's pitching is number 1, but the defense was so solid.
Yeah, you know, Bob had like 5, 6, 7 strikeouts in that, but you're right. The rest were all put into play, and the Cardinals just kept making the play when they had to, and that'll do it.
Swing and a miss. Danielson ends it with the strikeout. So Chippewa Falls improves to 15-5 overall, 10-1. They remain tied with Hudson atop the Big Rivers Conference standings. Chippewa and Eau Claire Memorial will meet again Thursday at Casper Park in Chippewa Falls. Impressive performance from the Cards today, Sparks.
Yeah, absolutely. Showing again why they're 10-1 now in the conference. Just a solid ball club up and down. Offense, defense, pitching. Yeah, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with here and for the conference title and in the postseason.
Eau Claire Memorial drops to 10-8 overall, 5-5 in BRC play. But with the North Huskies losing today, the Abes will remain in 4th place. So, Sparks, I know you got family in town. You got to hustle out of here, so great working with you. We will see you again next week.
Sounds good, Brado, and thanks, everybody, for tuning in. It was a real good game tonight in the Big Rivers.
I will be back in a few minutes. We will have the Nasonville Dairy postgame show from Carson Park. Once again, your final Eau Claire Memorial dropping this one to Chippewa Falls. 8-0 was the final. Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually, that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Back to Carson Park. This is the Nasonville Dairy postgame show, joined now by a couple of the Cardinals. We'll start with head coach Mitch Steinmetz. And first of all, in a game like this, you're throwing your one, they're throwing their number one. What can you say about your pitcher, Easton Bob, today?
He shoves. He throws strikes, and we do as well as he does. So, and that's just the way it goes.
I also noticed, and Easton and I were talking about this just a bit ago, that your defense really played well today. I mean, obviously he did the job, but there were plays made, and your guys, every routine play was made, and a couple of really nice plays were made too.
Yes, and we really do focus on defense every practice. We don't hit as much as we used to. We focus more on defense this year, and that's on purpose because we know these guys can throw outs, and we want to get those outs.
You mentioned the hitting, and another thing I noticed is that just good approaches. Patient hitters, grinding out at bats, fouling pitches off, making pitchers work. And again, 1 through 9 in your order did that. That's got to make you happy.
Oh yeah, believe that they can hit with 2 strikes. That's the biggest thing. If they keep believing they can hit with 2 strikes, we're going to be really scary as we go on to this year.
Going forward, what do you want? And obviously, you got a day of practice before you face the Old Ames on Thursday.
Learning our signs. Honestly, that and just more of those key hits and situations during practice. So when into pressure situations here, with that was a close game. All the way through. He had to come up with some big pitches. As the game went on, we got a 2-run lead, a 3-run lead. It's still tight. I don't care. Right. Aluminum bats, it's tight, and that's the big thing. Get these guys in these pressure situations so they can perform at a high level.
All right, Mitch Steinmetz, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Best of luck to you and the Cards. Well, let's pick up on that, and I want to go back to 5th inning. They've got 2 guys on, and Stein's coming up to bat, and he came in hitting around 500. Yeah. What's your approach at that point? What are you trying to do?
Really just pump the strike zone, knowing that my defense has my back behind me. So my curveball was good tonight, but I knew if I just trusted my fastball, I know my defense would back me up. So that was the approach.
When you finished warming up for this game, did you feel like you were ready? Did you feel like, okay, I got all the pitches working, now it's just a matter of getting to the mound and executing?
Yeah, my arm felt good. Command was a little sketchy, but we dialed it in and we got the job done today, so it was good.
Pitching here at Carson Park, for you guys that this is not your home park, you feel like coming down here?
Yeah, I love pitching here. The atmosphere is amazing. Fans still show up, and it's really fun to play here. Yeah, we play super well, too, here.
So one more favor to ask for you. We've got a thing called the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. So all I need you to do is say, I'm Easton Bob, and you're in the house.
I'm Easton Bob, and you're in the house.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Congratulations, and good luck to you guys the rest of the way. So that's going to do it from Carson Park for my color commentator, Dave Sparger, and producer, Gavin Anderson. We will say goodnight. Park. Good night, everybody.